Okay, bitch. So fucking, I'm sorry. Let me calm down. Hello. So another night being top earner. And again, I don't know if that's good or bad for my ego, because I don't want there to be a night when I'm not. Like the other night, I wasn't the top earner, but I didn't really feel no type of way. I was very happy for the girl actually, and it wasn't by much. So anyways, yeah, it's just, I guess it's doing good for my ego, because I know I need to be in Vegas. Like, I know I'm too big for this small shit I be putting myself in. I be scared, and I'm not scared no more. Like, there's just so much confirmation. One of the customers that came in, he's like, why don't you go to Minx, which is literally the freaking club right around the corner from me, like 5 to 7 minutes away, depending on how heavy my foot is that day. And then there was another girl who came in, one of the last, like they were the last customers. She was like, I can get you in Sapphire. I used to work there. They actually got a new club that I can get you into. And just whenever you're ready. Hey, can I get a small fry and a strawberry red base?
And a strawberry red bone fusion?
Yeah. Get a little bull in there.
Alright.
And that'll be it.
$9.69. Go open the window whenever you're ready.
Thank you. I wanted to get some mini churros, but I feel like the Red Bull itself is enough sugar, and I really am trying to be conscious of my intake on certain foods and my weight, you know. Even though I'm very confident, I just want to build that confidence even more. Like, if I can, why not? Like, why not the fuck do it? But yeah, it was a good night. Like, I felt bad at first because, let me back it up a little bit. I don't know. Where the fuck do I go with this? Yeah, I think that's what happened. Okay. So, like, one of the first customers to come in, I think he was the first customer to come in, like, he sat with some other girls at first, and I was just, like, chilling with my other girls. And we were, like, we kicked it for the first few hours. Nobody came in, and we literally need a podcast, because we were just kicking it. Like, we were having a grand old time. I told some of my crazy ass stories, got the judgy looks, like, bitch, what? Like, yeah, little old me that loves Jesus, but this is why I love God so much, because, baby, without him, look what I be doing. I'm a mess. I need him. It's not that I think I'm okay without him, because I don't. I know I'm not. But anyways, oh wow, they just turned their fucking truck off. Again, I pray in Jesus' name that they don't fucking kidnap me. But no, he's just petting on his dog. Okay. Anyways, so we just, like, you know, let the other girls that went over there do their thing. And then finally, like, when it was about to, like, close to being my turn, I go up and I was like, hey, I said something to him. And I was like, my name's Nala, by the way. And he turned around, he looked at me, and I knew he looked familiar. Hey again.
How you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm
Doing? I think that's it. I thought I had a fucking 10 or something, but I guess the fuck not. I guess I'm just in here balling. Like, I want to flash you guys, because I feel like...
Would you like any sauce?
Honey mustard?
Honey mustard?
Yeah.
Strawberry red sauce, straw for you.
Thank you. You have a great one. Okay. So I could see him a little bit, but I can't really see. So, like, even for me to be all up on him and stuff, though, like, let me just real quick, let me be a YN. Let me be a thirsty little girl. I really wanted $1,000 night, but I am grateful for this, because some people don't get this in a week. You know what I'm saying? So to have gotten this in a night, I am just gonna be grateful. Like, it was $620 something, I believe I made. And then after paying out my tips, I'm leaving with like $520, $540, I think. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even gonna tell y'all what I be doing, but yeah. Anyways, so as we were, I go up to the guy, I barely see him, so I fucking like introduce myself, and he's like, oh, it's you. Yeah, hey. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. I, like, kind of recognize you. I don't be remembering y'all fucking names. You gotta come a couple, like, this your second time? Now I remember your name. But I didn't ask because I didn't want you to think I forgot. Because he already, anyways. I don't like the fries the last time. They were much more fresh. So, when I introduced myself, he was like, yeah. He's like, it's you. So I'm like just quiet because I'm kind of fucking embarrassed because I like want to get the dance because I think I did do a dance with him last time. So I'm like, you better just shut the fuck up right now, bitch, because he got me. I said something. I was like, excuse me, my body don't want food. It don't want food lately. So sorry. I end up telling him, I'm like, oh yeah, you said you were coming back. You came back. And he was like, yeah. He was like, do you remember what we talked about? And thankfully somebody interrupted our conversation. Thank God. Saved by the damn bell. Baby, I don't even remember who you, like, I barely remember you. To be honest. He was like, you remember what we talked about? I couldn't do it. But I still was able to, you know, get a dance and make really good conversation. Actually, the manager showed me a review. Somebody left. And they mentioned a couple of us dancers by name. And said not only are we talented dancers, but great conversationalists. That's some good ass honey mustard. I'm probably gonna watch a movie or something that I have downloaded. I drink a little bit of this Red Bull. I love God though. I'm very tempted to like go ahead and order these damn Ray-Bans. Because I really want to record the process of me like trying out at these clubs. But here's the thing. I don't know. I was gonna say if I get hired at the first two places that I like, then I'm not gonna try out it anymore. But it'd still be cool to get the process of, you know, those two places. Then too, I don't know if they would let me use the content. I could blur faces out and shit, but still. I'm tired of that shit. But I'll deal with it. The car works. Gets me everywhere I need to go. And then some. Places I probably don't need to go. I'll deal with the fucking little squeaking and shit. This light don't never turn, I learned. So I just be going. Can't stand a light like that. But these fries are doing it to me right now. I should not be eating them. And they're not as fresh as they were. What day was that? Wednesday. But it's something to eat. I didn't have the pizza, actually. A girl's brother ordered her pizza. And I wanted a piece. I was hungry, as you could tell. But I didn't do it. I took a mushroom and a pepper off. I'm so fucking proud of myself. I really am. I earned these fries. So that pizza was literally sitting right in my face the whole time we were having a meeting. I smelled it before I saw it like an hour later. Smelled it before it was dealt. Speaking of smelling and dealing, me and one of my other coworkers farted in this girl's face today. But she kind of deserved it. And we didn't do it on purpose either. It was an accident. It slipped. Oops. But now, you gotta deal with it. Hope you don't get pink eye. She was really rude and weird, actually. Yeah. Home wrecking ass. Her and her man were like bragging about her being a homewrecker and waiting 6 years for him to leave his wife. And now she finally got him. And I know the bitch worried she got, sorry Lord. I know she worried she gonna lose him the same way she got him. But she tried to play it cool, like you could have these other girls, but she don't really want you to have these other girls. Like, see me, I'm not gonna get caught up in this lifestyle. And it's easy to not to. It's easy to, but it's also easy to not to. Just say, I'm better than a lot of this shit. A lot of this shit. Even when times get hard. Shit, times was hard before I started stripping. And I'll probably meet hard times again. So am I gonna sell my integrity? Am I gonna sell my value? Am I gonna sell my worth? Because I hit one hard time? Fuck no. And people may think that dancing in itself is selling your, like, no. I'm selling the idea, actually. It's a performance. It's like acting. It's literally like singing, like rapping, like selling drugs. It's literally not who you are, but something that you do. But you know what makes you even better at what you do is when it does become a part of who you are. It doesn't have to be all of who you are, but when you adapt like certain ways that can benefit that part of you, you're gonna take off. Like, I don't really bullshit with too many customers, for real, for real. Like, I don't even, like, I'll be honest, when I first started back, I would kind of like leave the imagination open to what the possibilities are in a VIP room, because I obviously wanted to sell that dance. But I noticed like some people would like start rubbing on themselves or thinking they could touch on me and things like that, because I left that imagination open. I didn't like set a boundary clearly up front. And it's just way better now that I've decided to set those boundaries like clearly up front. I'm not bullshitting, and like I don't have to worry about too much. Today was really fun though. So like, okay, that one guy, when he's like, what did we talk about? And then we ended up like, you know, kicking it, talking, getting a dance and stuff. Well, before I ended up even dancing with him, another guy had came in, and baby, I went over there to the cameras, and I didn't do this on purpose. I was actually going to give my money count after I got off stage. And while he was like, because I think they had thrown like I don't know, it felt like a lot of money, like really close to $100. I don't really know, but anyways, I wanted the guy to count it in the counter instead of me having to stand there and count it and tell him, because we have to tell him what our tip is each thing, because we give a percentage of what we make. So we have to, like, again, at the end of the night, everybody knows what everybody made because of that tallying, the calculating method. Anyways, excuse me. So I'm over there telling him what I just made off the stage, and I just take a look up at the cameras because I do be nosy. I do be wanting to know what other people do in VIP. I do. I'd be curious. So I'm looking to see what she doing. And she just twerking some ass on him, you know, regular type stuff. And he throwing ones, baby. He got it going. He like it's nothing. I said, oh, that looks fun. I want to do that next. I hope he's got some more. And sure enough, it worked out that way. I went, like, as soon as he got out of the dance, he went to the bathroom, and then he came and sat down, and before his ass could even hit the seat, baby, I was up on my way over there. And I went over there, and I chatted with him, and we had a good talk, and I mentioned a dance. I was like, oh, because the name of the club is called Exotic Kitty, and I was like, oh, do you want to choose your favorite exotic kitty? And he was like, huh, what? Little 21-year-old boy. And I'm like, yeah, get a dance with me and you can choose your favorite. And he was like, okay, you know, it sounded interesting. And then another girl came up and before she was about to go on stage, and I was like, hey, you know, by the time she went on stage, we were all talking. And then by the time she went on stage, I was like, hey, you got some ones I can go throw on her? And he was like, no, I gotta go get some more. So he leaves to go get some more, and I'm like, bitch, get up there, go with him. So I went up there and I was like, hey, while you're up here, you might as well pay for our dance. So that, like, you know, when we're done throwing some money on her, we could just go do our dance. And so, like, he was a little hesitant, it seemed. But I think, like, that was just his personality. Like, he was just a little bit of a hesitant person. Like, he did not move with a sense of urgency with his speech, with his body language, with his anything. So the one, like, he got the ones, and then he, like, just stood there, and he was like, so what do you want to do? And I was like, it's your world, baby, we can do whatever you want to do. And so I gave him the menu. Crazy, right? Strip club has a menu. I love that for us, though. So he ended up doing like a topless 20-minute dance. I think it was like $200 or something like that. So I was like, you might as well. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I pushed for that extra little, it would have been an extra 100, no, 50 for me. I pushed for the $300 one, and he was like, no, I'm cool with the two. So I'm like, all right, cool. And so he, you know, got $200 worth of ones, and I was like, hey, give me some so I can go throw it on her. So he gave me probably like 40 something, and I went and I threw it on her, and then we went to our dance, and we had a great time. Like, he threw like $160 on me. So, I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but when you're going up on stage and sometimes people are giving you like $3-4 and you come down and you tell the guy, I made $8 for my count, like 160 is a little bit, you know, more enticing. I was more excited to dance for the amount of ones that were on the ground during that dance than most of the time that I'm on stage. So that's about enough of me ranting for now. Very grateful, like I said, and I did say that at the end because I specifically was saying it for two people, to be honest. And I hope that Honey, like, sorry, I didn't mean to, like, anyways, you don't know, that's not her real name, obviously. But I hope that this third person doesn't think that I said it because of her, because it had absolutely nothing to do with her. And I see how it could possibly insinuate that, but it wasn't at all. And I'm gonna text her tomorrow and make sure I let her know. But it was one because the manager, he can be such like a grump sometimes and like kind of greedy, and I understand his plights a little bit, and I just have learned in my years of communicating wrong that most of the time it's not even about what's being communicated, it's about how it's being communicated. So I just feel like the delivery can be a little bit off, and so it's not as receptive when it comes to this manager. But I try to just be understanding of everybody and where they're coming from, and it avoids a lot of unnecessary emotional turmoil and conflict, right? Especially because of the fact that this guy and I have already had a run-in, and he even brought that up tonight. So we're just like, yeah, we'll just rather not go down that route, sir. So he was like, you know, complaining about us not telling the customers to tip him when we're going back for a dance. He's like, I be seeing so many coyotes and foxes out here. That's crazy. And I don't even see them in Vegas, though. I just see them when I'm out here in Arizona. So, yeah. I think it's just coyotes too. I don't know that it's foxes. Pretty sure that was the coyote, 100% actually. So he was like complaining about that, like I don't work for nothing, and they just blah 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 blah, and I had to pay this out of pocket, and I just started taking money. It's like kind of we hear the same thing. Like he's an old man. What do you expect? You know, you kind of hear the same fucking thing all the motherfucking time. And I was just kind of tired. Like, can we do our money count and can we fucking go? But anyways, he was complaining, and then another girl was complaining. She was like, I don't even have my fucking car note. But this bitch, she's always fucking complaining. I really do be trying to be cool, give her the benefit of the doubt. And it's actually some tea on her because she claimed that she had never worked at the club before. And we be talking about her a little bit behind her back because, baby, you didn't even have to lie like that. But she claimed she never worked at the club before, yet little old Miss Nala here is a fucking detective. And bitch, when my intuition tells me something, 9 times out of 10 it's right. It do be wrong sometimes. It has been. And I be kind of glad sometimes when it's wrong, you know, in that 1 out of 10 times, because I don't be wanting it to be right for real. So intuition told me, yeah, she's worked here before or somewhere. And so I found a photo of her. Actually, I didn't even say here, but I was like, yeah, she's probably danced before, because she has like all the clothes and she knows some pole tricks and stuff like that. So it's like, baby girl, who are you kidding that this is your first time dancing? It's just not. 2 and 2 is not making 4 at this point. So I went searching and I found what I was searching for 3 years ago. She was literally at the same club that we're at right now. She posted a picture of herself. So I told the girlies. So I'm like, because one girl brought it up and she was like, she says she's new, but look at her on that pole. And here I am, like, you know, the justice of peace. Like, she probably practiced somewhere. Maybe she had a pole at home, or one of her friends had it. Like, you know, I have friends who are pretty good on the pole, but they've never danced before. And I'm really trying to be like Angel's advocate here. But nah, when I went looking, I had to say, ma'am, you were right. Ma'am, you know what you're talking about. You peeped that one. And so the girlies and I had chatted about it a little bit. So this girl, like, she's always fucking complaining. She's always like, I don't make enough. I ran out of gas. I this, I that. I just had to go beat a bitch up. Like, her energy, she just brings a negative vibe, honestly. Like, she's, again, I be trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. And, like, she can be really cool. She's funny and shit like that. But that negativity can be so heavy. So she was like complaining about not making her car note and kind of just like slumping and sulking and shit like that. And so I wasn't gonna say anything. I sat there quietly contemplating for a little bit while Jack was getting like our dances together, the manager and shit. And I finally was like, you know what? I'd probably feel bad if I don't say it. So let's just go ahead and say it. Like when you can't, I don't know. I feel like when you know you're not supposed to say something, like your body responds a certain type of way. At least I could say that to be true for me. And my body wasn't responding like anxiously, right? I have to start paying attention to that, because my body will start being anxious. Like I'll start like hyperventilating, almost like I damn near go into an anxiety attack, like start getting the shakes and shit like that when, you know, I'm approaching something that is uneasy in whatever way. So I didn't feel that as I approached sharing this, and so I just went ahead and did. And I was like, hey, I just want to give a little pep talk. Like, while Jack's counting, I am no queen of anything, trust me. But I know one thing that really, really works for me is having gratitude. Like, just being grateful. Grateful for the bad days, grateful for the good days. Like, I had to pay out of pocket one day. The other day, it was Sunday. Nobody came in. So it was $20 for the DJ, $20 for the manager, regardless. And, obviously I'm spending gas too, and you know, all that time that you can't get back that you could have been doing other things too. So, you know, I could focus on all that and be like pissed off about it, but what good is that gonna do me? So that's basically what I was just saying. Like, you know, grateful for the good days and grateful for the not so good days, and there will be more good days. Like, so I was like, again, like just having gratitude. Like, even if I'm walking out of here with like $100, gratitude. So I just shared that. And I think too what made me comfortable to share that is because Jack the manager, he did mention something. Like, he was like, y'all gotta get these dances, obviously he's not talking to me, obviously, because I get them all, get the most. And I don't say that to be cocky, it's just the truth. So he was like, he was like, y'all that need to get these dances, y'all need to talk to some of the other girls, and I'll try to help you out as much as I can, because I do watch And he was like, y'all be spending too much time with one customer and this, that, and the third. And I don't know, the vibe is just giving like, go to Vegas. Like, go the fuck to Vegas. Like, I would get irritated about some of the shit that's happening, but at this point, I'm just like, oh, okay, this was just the time. Like, I did learn a couple little moves. Them bitches was hard. I ain't gonna lie, she gave me some hard shit to learn. I wouldn't expect that, but I love a good challenge. So now I have something that I could work on, you know, tomorrow and Sunday. So just perfecting those moves. Like, I can even feel it in my body. Like, you know, I done worked out some areas that I hadn't worked out quite yet. So excited for that. Excited for some spinning poles in Vegas too, because these static poles, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like you got to do so much work, and the spinning pole does a lot of the work for you. So looking forward to that. And yeah, I pray that the Lord guides me on this whole decision to get these Ray-Ban glasses, because I feel like there's a lot of other things I could do with that $300 right now, especially with my rent not being paid. And so it's like, I want to record this process, but how can I do it without the Ray-Ban glasses? Should I get on TikTok and order the TikTok recording glasses? And the quality, it doesn't need to be that great anyways, because I'm going to be like blurring out shit. So, let's see what the TikTok shop glasses go for. I feel like they'd be like $10, $20. And so we'll probably try that out. But then again, like, will it come quickly? I hope so. I want it by Wednesday, right? Is when I'm going and doing all this shit. So, exciting stuff. Gonna go ahead and get off of here. Drink a little bit more Red Bull, because I can feel myself winding down just a tad bit. Toodles!